Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm actually going to be telling you guys all about my tattoos. About a month ago I told you all about every single one of my piercings and I don't have any new piercings since then. However, I do have about 20 tattoos that I would like to discuss with you guys today. So we'll start with my first one. On my right forearm I got an anchor that was custom designed by me, slightly modified by the tattoo artist. That was my first ever tattoo and I got this on when I was 18 years old. Because I really like pirates and I've always liked pirates. I really love Peter Pan, Pirates of the Caribbean, all things pirates. I am obsessed. I wish I was a pirate. I have corsets and like long, what are they called? Like skirts, like fluffy piratey type skirts. I'm just obsessed. I love everything to do with pirates. I think they're absolutely amazing. And then my second tattoo is actually a matching tattoo with my younger sister. I have 3 younger sisters and a brother. So there's me and then my next sister down. We got matching cherry tattoos because we've always had this thing with cherries for our whole lives. And so I got mine on my left wrist and my sister got hers on her right wrist so that when we're holding hands, they can be seen right next to each other. And we both think it's just a really sweet idea. So we got that done. That was my second ever tattoo. It was actually my sister's second ever tattoo as well. So then I went from a wrist tattoo right onto my chest tattoo. So on my chest, I have a bunny on one side and a cat on the other side with lots of cute little flowers surrounding them. I have loved bunnies my whole entire life and I've loved cats for quite a really long time as well. I've loved bunnies for much, much longer. I had a bunny that was actually my whole life and she just so happened to pass away on my 18th birthday, so that was a really sad time for me. However, I decided to get a picture of just a random cat and a random bunny on my chest just to remind myself that no matter what, I'll always have a bunny and a cat close to my heart. I know that sounds kind of cheesy, but it is what it is. And then next one, you can actually see right here on my arm, I did happen to get the solar system, including Pluto, because Pluto always has a place in my heart. I've just always been obsessed with space ever since I was in school. I thought it was just absolutely amazing. I wanted to go to space when I was a young kid. I wanted to become an astronaut. However, as I grew older, I kind of forgot that passion. I don't think that I would be able to go down that route these days, considering my brain's just a little bit too small for science. Then my next 2 tattoos, number 5 and 6, got them both on the same day by a tattoo artist who was doing mostly all black tattoos with like dots and lines and stuff like that. I thought that her style was really, really unique. So I picked 2 random flash tattoos off her wall. I chose a noodle box on my right inner ankle. And then I chose the prawn nigiri to go on my left in the same spot. I really love these tattoos and I am so happy with them. People think that they're a little bit weird and out of place. However, I think that they're the best things that have ever happened to me. Next up is my cupcake tattoo. So I got this tattoo in honor of my mum and for my love of baking. You may have seen a few cupcake baking or decorating videos on my channel. There's not too many. I do love baking. I've always loved baking ever since I was a little kid because I've always helped my mum with her baking. And I especially love cupcakes because they're small and I don't have the right tools with which to decorate my cupcakes properly. However, I do try and I just, not only do I love eating them, I love making them, I love looking at them, I love drawing them. So this cupcake is actually a cupcake that I drew and then my tattoo artist made it more tattoo esque looking, and so that's what that is on my arm down there. Now this next tattoo is actually a tattoo of my cat, my 9-year-old love of my life, my soulmate in cat form. I love him so much. I actually watched Toby being born. He came out of his mother tail first and without his sack. So my uncle actually had to do the 101 Dalmatians and like put him in a towel and rub him until he started moving and breathing. So essentially he was born dead or not breathing. And then my uncle brought him back to life and he has been my sweet little angel ever since. In 2016, he actually went missing for 5.5 months and it was the hardest 5.5 months of my entire life. Everything in my life was crashing all at the same time while my cat went missing. The day that I got him back, it was the greatest day of my life. It was even better than my wedding day. Sorry to my husband, but you know how we feel about our little baby. So then this next one is just here, and it says, "I'm not afraid to look insane." Now these are Charlie Puth lyrics. If you know the song, it's called My Gospel, and I am absolutely obsessed with the song. I know every lyric off by heart. I love Charlie Puth's voice. I think that it's very unique and just inspiring, and I love that song so, so much, and the lyrics just speak to me because I am not afraid to look insane. This next one was my most painful tattoo to get. I got it all in one go, sitting all hunched over like this in the chair, and it was just not comfortable. It is the rose and amethyst on the back of my neck, sort of at the top of my spine, and it says Margaret Rose along the edge. So the idea behind this tattoo is that not only are amethysts my mum's and my favorite gemstone, clearly, I mean, you may have noticed that from the title of my YouTube channel, the name of my YouTube channel, Spiritual Amethyst, but also it's my dad's birthstone, and the rose is to symbolize my nana. So my mum and my nan are both named Margaret, and one of my middle names is Margaret. My, did I say that the tattoo says Margaret Ann? Margaret Rose. It says Margaret Ann. So my mum's middle name is Anne, and my nan's middle name is Rose. And she always has these little rose stickers that she sticks onto everything, including her scooters, her handbags, her trolleys, everything. She always has rose stickers on everything. So did I say her middle name is Rose? So the rose is for my nan, Margaret Ann, and the amethyst for my mum, and also for my dad. However, I am planning on getting a tattoo that is solely dedicated to my dad very soon. This next tattoo actually hurt quite a lot as well, surprisingly. It is just my rib cage with the little sunsets here. Okay, there's a funny story behind this one. So I wanted the rib cage, and everyone thinks that it looks like a butterfly, which I guess it kind of does. But so the reason why I wanted a rib cage was because I love the song by Andy Black called Rib Cage. So nothing in the cage of my rib cage, that song. So I got that, and I thought the purple flowers were just beautiful, and it was actually the tattoo artist's idea to have the yellow and orange put in the middle there, and I just thought it was a really pretty design. I quickly kind of scribbled it up on the computer, and then my tattoo artist made it into a reality for me. This next one was just it was at a tattoo festival. We're at a tattoo festival, and is that what it's called? A tattoo festival? Something like that. And I saw this tattoo design on an artist's desk, and I thought, holy crap, it's a My Little Pony, it's a seahorse, it's beautiful, it's colorful, it's gonna cost a hell of a lot of money, but you know what? I want that on my body. So I decided to get it on my leg. Now this was another one that was quite painful for me. I was in a very uncomfortable position for the entire time, and a lot of the blood in my body was rushing to my legs. So it was overall not a very good experience, and due to the placement of the tattoo, some of the colors did bleed a little bit. However, it's also due to the fact that a lot of the outlining was done with color. So of course there's that risk when it comes to that technique of tattoos, but that's totally fine with me. I'm absolutely in love with it. I love it so much. I love that I have a My Little Pony tattoo, especially because I have been obsessed with My Little Pony since I was a little itty bitty little wee baby. This next one is just a really pretty image that I saw online, and I wanted a version of it. So I had my tattoo artist change it up a little bit for me. I love deers and I can't remember what a baby deer is called now, but I love deers. Deer? Is the multiple of deers deer? Anyway, so I love deers or deer, however you want to say it, and I love like woodsy kind of witchy sort of scenes, and I love flowers and like these dream catchers and beads, and I just love everything about it. And also I had the girl's hair colored in black to symbolize one of my little sisters who is very dear to my heart and did actually live with me for a few years, a couple of years ago. And we grew very close over that time, and so I wanted to symbolize that time with a tattoo on my arm. So the next 4 tattoos I got all in the same day, in the same sitting, one after the other. So this one on my wrist here is for my pa. As you can probably tell, it's got his date of birth and his date of death. It was a very recent death, and it did take a very, very large toll on me. And instead of getting a couple of other little designs that I was after, I actually decided last minute, well, no, I'm not going to get those. I am going to get something to symbolize my pa, and my nana really appreciated it, and that's just, I'm gonna cry if I don't stop talking about it. So the next one I got that day was this little alien that's on my ankle, just because I've always been afraid of aliens, but you fear the things that you don't understand. So I like to do some research. I mean, I don't know if aliens are real or not, but you know, whether they are or not, I actually think that they're really cool now. The idea of aliens is kind of strange and like spooky and everything. So I just decided, you know what? Let's do it. Got a keychain for my keys, and I also went ahead and got a little alien face on my ankle, or on my heel. And then on the same day, I went ahead and got my star sign on the back of my ear. Now, a lot of people may tell you that because my birthday is December 22nd, that I'm a Capricorn, and I got a Sagittarius star sign tattoo. This is because I was actually born on the cusp. So I am right in between Sagittarius and Capricorn, and 9 times out of 10, I do identify with Sagittarius more than Capricorn. So this is why I got the Sagittarius rather than the Capricorn symbol on the back of my ear. So then the fourth one for that day was actually a really pretty little lotus design with a semicolon mixed in with it, like kind of hidden in there. I got this in a place where my bra strap actually covers it, and it's in a place where only I will see it, or my husband, but I digress. So obviously it's like, it's dear to me. I have obviously had many struggles with mental health in my life, and this one is just to remind myself that my story isn't over and I can keep going. All I have to do is just look at that tattoo and remember. Now, these next two tattoos, number 18 and number 19, are both of Uma Thurman on the back of my legs. They are both from, obviously, Uma Thurman movies. So we have Mia Wallace from Pulp Fiction on one side, and then Beatrix Kiddo, or Black Mamba from Kill Bill, on the other side. She wants to dance like Uma Thurman, bury me till I confess. And I really wanted to get tattoos in heart shapes, so I decided to go ahead and get these two in the heart shapes. I love the splattered designs, like the splattered pattern on, like, in the background that my tattoo artist did for me. I really love how she just goes ahead and just takes her creative direction in the way that she's envisioning in her head. And no matter what she does, I'm obsessed with everything. Any ideas she has, I love them. I'm so down for them. Like, let's do it. Let's get going. I love her designs. I love everything about them. And then this last one is actually right here on my arm. It is a feather quill with the lyrics, "Who will tell the story of your life?" Now, these are lyrics from Black Veil Brides, and some people may think that that's very lame that I have those lyrics. However, I just think that they really speak to me, because who will tell the story of your life? And I really like the feather quill design with like some ink that's hanging, or not hanging, the ink that's kind of just like swirling around there. I love the colors and the font and the style, and I'm just absolutely obsessed. As I said, I love my tattoo artist so much. She has done almost every single one of my tattoos, minus my anchor on my arm, the noodle box and the sushi on my legs, and the My Little Pony on the front of my leg. Every single other tattoo she has done for me. So guys, if you enjoyed learning about my tattoos today, remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and while you're there, why not click that little bell icon next to the subscribe button to be notified every single time that I upload a brand new video. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to click the like button and let me know in the comments down below what you'd like to see on my channel next. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, bye guys!